Good morning. Welcome to Carol's Books and Story Time. It's very early in the morning here in the UK, but I couldn't sleep, so I thought I would get it and perhaps do a story for you. Now, I'm taking it from this book called Uncle Arthur's Bedtime Stories, which was a book I had when I was a little girl. And it's about a little boy who was not a very willing little boy, and he lost a quarter. That's the title of the story, The Boy Who Lost a Quarter. But this story was set in America, but I'm going to change it to British pounds, all right? So instead of a quarter, I'm going to use £2. Sonny, called Daddy, who was busy hammering in the workshop. Just a minute. Yes, Dad, mumbled a sleepy voice from indoors. Come along, I want you to help me for a bit. Don't want to come out, said the voice. You better come quickly, son. I'll not wait for you much longer. Sonny thought it was about time to move and emerged from the dining room. What do you want me to do? He asked. Do? Cried Daddy. Why, there is heaps to do. I am just going to build a new shed at the bottom of the garden, and I want you to help me with the wood. Groaned Sonny. I was just going to have a game. This will be a fine game, responded Daddy. Come along now, get busy. There's the timber, and you know where to take it. Where shall I take it? Asked Sonny, trying to delay the work as long as possible. Down to the bottom of the garden. Which wood do you want me to take? This wood, said Daddy, getting a little bit cross. But I can't carry all that. Yes, you can. Hurry up now. I shall be down there with the tools before you. Sonny moved slowly over to the pile of lumber. Oh, Dad, he grumbled. It's too heavy. Too heavy for a big boy like you? Can't lift it, said Sonny. Why not? Too heavy. Sonny picked up one plank and let it slip out of his hand with a resounding crash. No good, he said. Can't do it. I know a little boy like that. I know several little boys like that and little girls like that who like to procrastinate. Ha ha. Now look here, said Daddy, striking a bright idea. How soon could you get that wood down to the bottom of the garden if I was to give you a £2 coin? A £2 coin? Questioned Sonny, suddenly forgetting all that he'd just been saying. Would you really give me a £2 coin for doing this job? I didn't promise it, replied Daddy, but I asked how long it would take you to carry this wood down to the bottom of the garden if I gave you a £2 coin. Don't know, faltered Sonny, a little uncertain as to what Daddy was getting at. Would you like a £2 coin for doing it? Asked Daddy brightly. Yes, indeed, nodded Sonny. Well, said Daddy, before we make the bargain, let me see how fast you can carry it if I did give you a £2 coin. All right, said Sonny, seizing the top piece of timber and dashing off down the garden as fast as his legs would carry him. In less than 2 minutes he was back again at the shed. Was that fast enough? He asked. Yeah, that was very good, said Daddy. So it wasn't too heavy after all. Now you may go indoors. Go indoors? Exclaimed Sonny. Whatever for? There's all this wood to carry down to the bottom of the garden. I know, said Daddy. That's quite all right. I'll carry it down myself. But I want to do it, urged Sonny. I want to earn that £2 you said I could have. I dare say you do, said Daddy, but it's too late to think about it now. Too late? Exclaimed Sonny. Why, there's plenty of time before dark. Oh, I didn't mean that, said Daddy a little sadly. I mean that if you had done it for me at first, without all that grumbling and all that growling, I would gladly have given you a £2 coin, and maybe a little bit more for helping me. But if my little boy will not work for me just for love, I certainly do not want him to do it just for money. I would much rather do it all myself." There was an awkward silence, and Sonny walked back to the house to think it over. Early next morning, as Daddy was shaving in the bathroom, there was a noise in the back garden that caused him to look out of the window. At the bottom of the garden he noticed a strange pile of clean white wood. Halfway up the path was Sonny, his face beaming at the thought of the great secret he was going to spring on his Daddy. In a flash, Daddy understood. In another flash he was downstairs with one side of his face all shaving soap, and the next moment he was back upstairs in the bathroom again, completing his interrupted shave. But he had just enough time to put something underneath Sonny's cereal plate. It was the £2 that had been lost and now won. Isn't that a lovely story? I know lots of boys and girls actually who are a bit of a grumbler when it comes to doing little jobs. But why, they say? Well, why not? All right. Take care. Have a lovely day. Bye.